Hi everybody. Today, let's mix a song. Let's go. All right, the song we're mixing today is the song that you guys may be a little bit familiar with. Here, I'll start playing it here. Oh, I just realized I left the speakers muted.
Here we go.
Alright, I have yet to figure out how to capture screen shares on my computer, so I have the camera right in front of the computer now, so hopefully it won't fall over. Alright, so since so many of you have been asking how I go about mixing a song, I thought I'd show you all here. So here is a basic Pro Tools session. Let's clean it up a little bit. We don't need the guitar amp here. Okay, now what I usually start to do is first I create a master fader, and this will be the control for the entire session. So everything's gonna end up coming through this master fader here. You probably can't see it, it's too tiny on the camera screen. But yeah, so, and now there's a number of different ways I start a mix, but one way I found helpful is to make all the tracks at negative infinite volume. At least that's what Pro Tools says they're at. And then slowly bring them up one by one and see how they fit. So, let's get it to playing, and none of the tracks are going right now, so
Yeah, let's start by moving up the drums. Here's the drum track, everybody. Have it maybe start there. Alright, now bass. Let's do bass. I think that's should be good for bass. Let's see here. Okay, now let's do the pad. Let's turn up the volume here. Super cool. That sounds good, and that way you can distinctively hear the pad, the bass, and the drums. Alright, now let's try the stereo rhythm guitars. Here's the left guitar. And here's the right guitar. The right guitar is a little bit quieter than the left guitar, so here let's just solo these two guitars, and then let's look on the master fader over here and try to get them balanced, so it needs to be louder. Okay, now it's maybe even a little louder. Alright, they're about even now. Alright, let's add some of the other synths. Cool. Now let's see. Now let's go back to the beginning and see how everything sounds. Alright, let's bring the vocals up. Oh wow, the vocals are very quiet. Alright. The vocals are the highest volume they can go, and they're already, like, just loud enough to my ear right now. Well, we'll work on that. Alright.
I know that things could be far worse off, and I'm sure soon it will be lost, 'cause no one will think of it, but I do. I wish I adequately explained my remorse out. I'm not too brilliant with spoken words. You said it so.
Alright, now let's add an EQ to the master fader. This is the EQ for the entire thing, and it's very technical stuff that I don't really understand too much. But first, let's filter out the really low rumbles. Because you can't even hear that anyway, and it just takes up space. Let us look for some frequencies. There's a high frequency. Let's cut that high frequency back a little bit. This is the way you make it sound like it's coming out of a phone speaker. Alright, now let's add compression to the mix, because that does something apparently. There's kind of technical information behind compression, but just for fun I'll show you what it's like. So here's the mix without compression, and here's the mix with compression. Big difference, right? Alright, now the next thing let's do, let's add compression to the vocals. And the song just ended, so we have to go back so I actually have vocals to listen to. Let's go to the beginning, or close to the beginning again.
I wish I could take back what hurt.
Alright, now we'll
Lined up with who I want to be. Why I was so crazy.
I usually aim for about -6 dB of gain reduction on the compressor, for those of you who, in case you're wondering. Another secret is that I usually add 2 compressors to the vocals, to each vocal track. And that way, you don't have just one compressor doing a lot of compressing, you can kind of balance it between the two. Alright, next let's add a low pass filter to get rid of the low rumble of my vocal. And then let's copy the plugin settings to both vocal tracks. And now the vocals are clearly louder than they should be, so let's move the vocals down. Okay, now let's add a reverb track, because vocals sound good with reverb sometimes. My favorite reverb plugin I got is a Black Spring reverb plugin, and it's got some presets that are really cool. Let's go with Long and Dark.
And I'm grateful for that. But I
So here's the vocals. Without reverb, and then with reverb.
I still do. I still do. Wow. I still do.
Alright. Now let's keep mixing everything else. So, let's see. I have this habit of adding high-pass filters to the majority of tracks that aren't doing like bass notes and stuff. So, of course, the bass and drums don't get high-pass filters because some drums have low frequencies, like the kick drum. The rhythm guitars, for instance, there's no need for their really low frequencies to come through, so let's actually do a bigger EQ plugin and see if we can find anything else that needs to be cleaned with the guitars. So yeah, kind of in the 2 kilohertz range, between 2 and 3 kilohertz. That seems to be a common place for my guitars. There. So here's with EQ and here's without. With EQ, without. Big difference, right? Alright, now let's do the other side. Let's add the high pass filter. It's a much darker sound on the other side. Oh wow, there's a high frequency. Alright, now let's kind of listen to it. Vocals still sound loud to me. Let's maybe pull down the vocal volume a little bit.
I still doubt. Can't really talk, can't laugh it off, can't sing this song.
Alright. I think we're getting close to being finished here because I'm not a professional mixer. Let's check to see how it sounds on my other speakers. These speakers are a little bit less higher quality than my studio monitor things here. Even though my studio monitors aren't exactly very expensive either. To my ear, let's see.
I blundered. I don't know why I was so crazy, but I'm sure that you don't hate me, and I'm grateful for that. I know
Let's see, to my ear, I don't know, I like it. Sounds good so far. Now, real quick, let's add a limiting plugin to make sure that it's loud enough for everybody. Alright, here's my limiting plugin. I usually set it for a ceiling of about -0.6 dB. Then, let's see here, I open the other window, the mix window. Then I look at the master fader here, and bring the threshold thing down until the volume of the master fader is between -5 and -10 there. That should be good. Okay, that was fun. Now let's bounce it and yeah, we'll see you all later.